Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for December 21st, 2015. It is the first day of winter with the equinox happening this evening. Of course, you probably don't actually think so because temperatures are more like as if they're early May, maybe maybe mid-October or maybe a late summer day. It is warm, very warm. It's going to be even warmer on Christmas Eve, where temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What can I say? Enjoy the warm air while you can, because it's not going to last. We'll get to that in a couple of weeks. But for right now, we have temperatures this morning, wide variety depending on where your location is. Like, for example, Poughkeepsie is around 29. But as you head towards the coast, we're in the upper 30s to lower 40s with a nice southwesterly wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Clouds will increase throughout the day and become overcast by this evening. Showers, though, will hold off until tomorrow, and then it is going to be a very wet week. A warm week, but very wet, with rainfall by the end of this week ranging from 1.5 inches to as much as 3 inches of rain in some locations as we get wave after wave of low pressure and warm front and cold front and another low pressure moving through the region. It's going to be a very active weather pattern because we are changing our weather pattern. But before we get to that change, we're going to be dealing with some rather toasty weather conditions. So on our surface map, high pressure is shifting off the coast, a nice southwesterly wind, drawing warm air from the Gulf of Mexico right up the east coast. And we have our area low pressure, the first of many that will be approaching the region tomorrow. This cold front will basically weaken and fall apart and become a stationary front, and then we'll have wave after wave of low pressure moving through the region, producing a constant threat for showers and periods of rain tomorrow afternoon and evening. And in between that, with all this warm air around and plenty of moisture, there will be a high threat for low clouds and fog, locally dense fog, for each evening and morning hour all the way on through Christmas. So we're definitely dealing with a rather warm air mass. One thing's for sure, if you have any family members saying they don't want to come up to visit you for Christmas because they want to stay in Florida, they no longer have an excuse because temperatures are going to be just as warm as they are in Florida as they will be here. So very impressive. As far as our radar is concerned, all the rainfall will remain off to our west for today, but then push through the region, especially tomorrow morning and afternoon, tapering off tomorrow evening, and then picking up once again on Wednesday afternoon on through Thursday. On our latest infrared satellite picture, you can see plenty of moisture just being drawn northward ahead of this cold front and just filling into the region. That's why we're going to have overcast skies today for the most part, and a threat for low clouds and fog for tonight. Again, the majority of the lifting is off to the west right now, but it will eventually push east, and that will lead to periods of showers. So let's dive into the forecast. For today, overcast, look for highs in the mid to upper 50s. For this evening, watch out for that fog developing as temperatures will slowly fall through the 50s and into the upper 40s to lower 50s by tomorrow morning. Watch out for a few isolated showers, but I think the primary concern here is going to be the potential for some fog. And then for tomorrow afternoon, we'll have periods of showers in the morning into the afternoon and tapering off into the evening hours. Look for high temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. We'll get a break in the rainfall tomorrow evening into Wednesday morning, but there will be a threat for locally dense fog, and then periods of rain heavy at times Wednesday afternoon on through Thursday, with temperatures on Wednesday in the lower 50s for lows and lower to mid 60s for highs. As we get on through the forecast, again, we're going to be dealing with another cold front trying to approach the region on Christmas Eve. That'll be on Thursday. Look for periods of rain and showers throughout the day with low clouds, just kind of a really raw, ugly day. But one thing's for sure, it will definitely be warm. Temperatures on Thursday, lower 60s for lows. Lows. We should be in the lower 40s for lows. How about high temperatures in the lower to mid 70s for highs? That's 30 degrees above normal. Enjoy it while you can because it is going to be absolutely wonderful out if you like warm weather. If you don't like warm weather, you're looking for cold weather and some snow, this is definitely not your Christmas, that is for sure. Now on Christmas Day, very interesting, we'll have a cold front move through, we'll have scattered showers, overcast, clearing towards the afternoon as the cold front drops south. Your high temperatures are going to be in the early morning hours, in upper 60s to lower 70s. Christmas Eve, very warm. Christmas morning, very warm. But temperatures will be falling throughout the day on Christmas, so your your temperatures in the afternoon will be more likely around the lower 60s and falling through the 50s as we move on through the day on Christmas. Then on Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be dealing with waves of low pressure moving through the region as cold front kind of wavers back and forth via warm front and cold front as these low pressure systems ride northward along this boundary. And we're generally on the warm side of that boundary, but we will be about 20 degrees cooler on Saturday and Sunday, with lows in the lower to mid 40s and highs in the lower to mid 50s, still above normal for this time of year. And as we head towards Monday, we start to see a gradual change as we get more polar cold fronts involved here and starting to push this boundary south. We'll still be above normal by the time we get to Monday on December 28th, but temperatures will be a little bit more reasonable, only 10 degrees above normal rather than 30, with lows in the upper 30s to lower 40s and highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s as we begin our press down towards a much cooler weather pattern as we head towards January. Let's just face it, it looks like it actually might be cold by the time we get to January. That's your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NYNJPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.